All right. So let me see. We got a new live stream rolling. I think that we are live. Let me check if everything is up and running. Because, let's see. Going to see. Let me see. Where is the video? Oh, it's over here. Oh, nice. Let me check the quality. Okay, I think it's fine. Let me see. I need to enlarge this a bit so it's a bit better to see. I need to do some stuff. No, that's not what I want. I want to make the screen a bit bigger. Let me check if this is better. So that you can follow along with the video of Nate, and we will be able to rebuild the template of Nate. If you would like to check his school community, I will post the link in just a second. Just making sure that we will have an post in the school community that we are live. Just setting things up. Okay. Let me set up the link for it, and then after that we're gonna start. We're gonna watch the video together, and of course let me set it like this. All right, that's posted. And let me go to this one. Like this. All right, and the link of the live stream currently. Let's go. Build in public. I did some great automation today. It was insane. I will just show it in a second. Yeah. I'm really satisfied of the work that I did today. It was, let me add this, pretty cool to achieve this, because it was, yeah, pretty hard. And especially ChatGPT was down today for me the whole day. Not sure if it worked for you, but yeah, had Cloud running for a couple of days, and yeah, it's okay. Currently also using Windsurf and the cursor as a way to make sure that I use up all the credits every month. So this for now it's okay. So let's see what we got. So let me start the video of Nate. And
so a multi-agent system is one where we have multiple autonomous AI agents working together in order to get the job done. And they're able to talk to each
oh wait, let me post a link of his video in my chat. So you can follow along if you like. And if you don't like, then you can just watch me rebuilding it. Python using collab to build. Oh, nice. Stuck on Python using collab to build. Okay, man. Good to have you here. And maybe we can look at it later. You can send the template maybe to me on WhatsApp, or check out the contact details, maybe Twitter, then I can look it up for you and see what could be the problem. Just let me know if you want that. I am going to start a couple of screens like this, and then that. Okay, let's start.
each other, and they're able to use the tools that they have access to. What we're going to be talking about today is a type of multi-agent system called the orchestrator architecture. And basically what that means is that we have one agent up here. I call it the parent agent, and then I call these child agents. But we have an orchestrator agent that's able to call on...
This is something I look into. I have this system. Let me check. I have this, where I can upload my files to this Google Drive, and eventually when I activate this, when I upload a new file, it will automatically pick up the file and send it to the system, where it, in this first part, it will extract the context of the content of the doc and send it to Supabase, and in this part the PDF and all these separated files have its own system to do it. Eventually it will send to Supabase, and it will be added to the vector store, and we can search for it and add this to our agent. Let's get back to the video of Nate.
Different sub-agents. And the best way to think about it is this agent's only goal is to understand the intent of the user, whether that's through Telegram or through email, whatever it is, understanding that intent, and then understanding, okay, I have access to these 4 agents, and here is what each one is good at. Which one or which ones do I need to call in order to actually achieve the end goal? So in this case, if I'm saying to the agent, can you please write me a quick blog post about dogs and send that to Dexter Morgan? And can you also create a dinner event for tonight at 6 p.m. with Michael Scott? And thank you.
So the nice thing, when you just start with a template like this, you can just you can contact me here, man. This is my Twitter. Send me a message, and let's see what we can do together, and maybe work something out. When you start a template like this, and you just upload it to your own n8n environment, like you can press here, import file, and then it will look like this. So you have all these red areas, and these are all because you don't have the credentials set up. So what we are going to do is to set up those credentials, so you can see how to do it, and I will explain a little bit about the template. But of course, sorry for pausing a lot, but I will just play the video and we can see.
So this is a pretty loaded task, right? And can you imagine if this one agent had access to all of these like 15 or however many tools, and it had to do all of that itself? It would be pretty overwhelmed and it wouldn't be able to do it very accurately. So what you can see here is it is able to just understand, okay, I have these 4 agents, they each have a different role, which ones do I need to call? And you can see what it's doing.
Yeah, the nice thing about the explanation from Nate is that he is taking his time and explaining really well how all these templates work. So the important part is always the system prompt. So the thing he just mentioned in his video is that the ultimate assistant knows exactly when to call each workflow. And that's something that's really hard to achieve sometimes when you don't use the correct model or you don't use the correct system prompt, especially when you connect tools to it. You can, for example, add an HTTP request, make an HTTP request and return the responses data. So if this is the description of your tool, the agent won't know what to do with this. So you have to sometimes be really specific what you want from the agent and what he can do with this tool. So let's continue with the video.
Doing is it called the contact agent to get the contact information. Right now it's calling the content creator agent, and now that that's finished up, it's probably going to call the calendar agent to make that event, and then it's going to call the email agent in order to actually send that blog that we had the content creator agent make. And then you can see it also called this little tool down here called Think. If you want to see a full video where I broke down what that does, you can watch it right up here. But we just got a response back from the orchestrator agent, so let's see what it said. All right, so it said the blog post about dogs has been sent to Dexter Morgan. A dinner event for tonight at 6 p.m. with Michael Scott has been created. And if you need anything else, let me know. And just to verify that that actually went through, you can see we have a new event for dinner at 6 p.m. with Michael Scott. And then in our email and our sent, we can see that we have a full blog post sent to Dexter Morgan. And you can see that we also have a link right here that we can click into, which means that the content creator agent was able to do some research, find this URL, create the blog post, and send that back to the orchestrator agent. And then the orchestrator agent remembered, okay, so I need to send a blog post to Dexter Morgan. I've got his email from the contact agent. I have the blog post from the content creator agent. Now all I have to do is pass it over to the email agent to take care of the rest. So yes, it's important to think about the tools, because if this main agent had access to all those tools, it would be pretty overwhelming. But also think about the prompts. So in this ultimate assistant prompt.
Yeah, so exactly what I just mentioned earlier. The prompts are really important. Let's see what else. Let's look at the email prompt. They're just short prompts, so maybe we can do a little bit adjusting and a little bit prompt improvement. Okay. See. What is it? Oh, nice. Yeah, he's using Tavily. Tavily is a pretty good service. So use this tool search. Yeah, look, these descriptions like this, just a small. Keep them small and to the point, because he's using GPT 4.1, and that's the best current. The best model to that's good in function calling and following your instructions. So let's see what he has to say about the prompts.
It's pretty short, right? All I had to say was, you're the ultimate assistant. Your job is to send the user's query to the correct tool. You should never be writing emails or ever creating summaries or doing anything. You just need to delegate the task. And then what we did is we said, okay, you have these 6 tools. Here's what they're called. Here's when you use them. And it's just super, super clear and concise. There's almost no room for ambiguity. We gave it a few rules, an example output, and basically that's it. And now it's able to interpret any query we might have, even if it's a loaded query. As you can see in this case, it had to call all 4 agents, but it still got it right. And then when it sends over something...
Yeah, that's why using GPT 4.1 is, if you're setting up systems like this, always choose 4.1 or, OpenAI did low. Let me check if OpenRouter already lowered the price of O3. Did they lower it? Yeah, they're already. Yeah. So today OpenAI announced that they lowered the price of O3. As you can see, it's 80% cheaper. So let's check the rankings of today. Top today. I think O3 will be somewhere in this region the next couple of days. Let's get back to the workflow and see. Let me get rid of this because we're not going to change the model.
To like the email agent, for example, we're able to give this specific agent a very, very specific system prompt because we only have to tell it about, you only have access to these email tools. And this is just going back to the whole thing about specialization. It's not confusing. It knows exactly what it needs to do. Same thing with these other agents. You know, the calendar agent, of course, has its own prompts with its own set of calendar tools. Yeah. The contact agent has its own prompts with its own set of contact tools.
So,
and then, of course, we have the content creator agent.
When you just uploaded the file to your n8n workflow, you will have to set up all these credentials. All these red signs means that the credentials aren't working. So what we are going to do, open it up. I already got my Telegram account connected and the credentials already set up. So when I open up the notes, you will see that all the red dots will disappear. So let's see if we have this is an OpenAI node, transcribe audio, data. Curious if this will work because I'm not sure. Ultimate agent is connected with this one. I got my GPT 4.1. Let's go to the email agent 4.1 mini. Don't like that. I'm gonna change that to let's see, Flash. I'm gonna change that to Gemini. I got my Open Router account connected, so that's the beauty about using Open Router. You can just use all the models that are available. I also got an good that you mentioned it. Last stream I had the same issues, so let me just change something and let me see. Last time the same thing happened. I'm not sure what the problem is, but I will definitely need to fix that. Sorry for this. Let me check if I can now the screen must be okay again. And the other screen, let me see. Is the screen again working? Do you see? Yeah, I think it must. Yeah, I think the screen is already all right now again. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, okay. I see the screen is already. So what I did was I changed a couple of models in here. So I opened up the Telegram notes. The red signs disappeared. Because I already got my Telegram account connected. So what you will have to do if you don't have the Telegram account connected, just open up the one of the nodes, because if you connect with your account, you will just be able to select it. Actually the Telegram docs are pretty good. They are really well written and really easy to understand. I'll post a link of the docs into the chat. So what you will have to do is open up your Telegram chat on your PC and go start a chat with the bot folder. There's just a Telegram official account. What you will have to do is send new bot into the chat. then you will have to name your bot, and that's just a regular name, and you will have to end the name with bot, otherwise it won't work. When you have done that, you will be you can choose a name for the bot. That's also just a regular name. Then after that, the ACES token will appear, and you can copy that and go to your workflow, paste it in here. When you press save, you will get the same test connection test, and you will see it will be successful. Let's continue. For the Open Router API, you can go to your settings, API key, create a new key, go to just a regular node, create new credentials, add your API key, and when you press save, you will see the connection is tested and it will work. Oh, I forgot one thing. You will have to change the base URL to this URL, because otherwise it won't work. Because it's an OpenAI node, when I select OpenAI and I show it to you, this is the base URL of OpenAI. So that's the one thing you have to change. I'm using Open Router, so that's why I have to reselect it. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. The Gmail node. Open it up. For this, you will have to do a couple of things. When you go to your Google console, then what you will have to do is search for let me open up the correct account, and then I will pull it into the screen. Gmail API. Let me see. I have that over here. Gmail. All right. Open it up. Open the docs, and when you go to here, you will see all the available docs and how to enable it. Eventually you will just need to create your credentials one time. I will let me show it to you, and then like this. Like this. I pull up my screen for you, and then when you go to when you don't have this API enabled, you will see this, that you will have to enable it. You can just enable it, and then you will have manage. Eventually you will have to create credentials, and how you can do that is like this. You don't need to create in every app new credentials. You can just create credentials like this for one app and copy them every time. So when you have enabled it, you go to credentials, then create alt client ID, give your application a name, select web application, give it a name, and then you will have to select copy the alt redirect URL and add URI like this, paste the URL in it, create, copy the client ID and the client secret, paste them in the screen, and then the connection, and then you have to sign in. Sign in with the account which you will want to use to send the Gmails. And then when I open it up like this, it will all, when the connection is set, all the red dots will be gone, as you can see. Then go to the, let's go to the calendar agent. Let me open it up, and I got a Google Calendar. It's the same. Just put in your client ID, client secret, sign in with the account you want to use, and easy as that. Open up all the little nodes and the red signs will disappear. Let's go to the contact agent. Let's see, I think the screen froze again. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, I think we're back again. All right, let's go just one step back to the calendar again when the screen is updated. That's so annoying. Sorry for this. I'm not really sure what the problem is, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, definitely not sure what the problem is of the. I can't reproduce it, but okay, let's continue. What I just did was open up the calendar credentials, enter your client ID, client secret, and then do the same thing. Open up all the nodes and the red signs will disappear. So here for the contact agent, he's using Gemini Flash 2.0 as a chat model. I don't have that, so we are going to adjust that. Remove it, open up Open Router, and get Flash preview, and now we're using the same model but with a different provider. Okay, this is a new one. I don't have these credentials. I will use, so this is an I think it's Airtable. Let me see, Airtable, the logo. Yeah, it's the Airtable. What I will do, I have a different approach for this. I am going to use a Google Sheet, and I have a contact list. You can just create it like this. Let me just show it to you. We're going to remove this one and get a Google Sheet. If you don't want to use Airtable, get contacts. Let me check what the name of the file was. Google spreadsheets. Let me see. Contact list. All right. So let me just enter some. Okay, just one contact in it to show you how it's done. So like this, when you don't want to use Airtable, you can just create a Google Sheet, Google spreadsheet, contact list like this, and have eventually the same functionality like he did, but with Google spreadsheet. So, I deleted the, I think it was get contacts, and it was loading options. Let me see, name, and like this. All right, and then it was another sheet and you can also select it. Get rows. No, we want to append or update, and then we will need the contact list, and we will need the first one, and then to match on name, let's just the model decide the name. So we got we changed up Airtable to a Google spreadsheet, and now we'll keep track of the contacts in the Google spreadsheet. So he's using Claude Sonnet 3.7 content creator. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm not really a fan of Claude 3.7 for content creation, but let's keep it in. And he's using Tavily, and he left his API key. All right. I'm not really, I don't think this API key will work, but let's try it. That would be a nice bonus. What we can do now is all the red signs are gone. So let's execute the workflow. And let me see. Oh wait, which, I'm not even sure which, what did I connect? I got my Telegram account, webhook, all right. Let me check, I think this is, I have to do it off screen, but let me see if this will work. Write a message to Nate Herc. All right, as you can see in the background, I just write a message to Nate Herc, and it, okay, it couldn't call the, do we have to, no, the contact agent is connected, right, the workflow. Oh, right, yeah. What you will have to do, I didn't set up the workflow as a separate file. It can't call this tool and connect contact. I think we will have to do something like this. Let me check.
To not only do research using its Tavily tool,
yeah,
using that little chat window down here for now. So first thing we need to do, as always, is connect a brain workflow if we need memory to be accessed. So n8.
Let me just scroll through the.
So when you're building these.
Yeah. So like this. Yeah. What we will have to do is create a new workflow. Let me just save this workflow agent, and that is what we are going to do. And then you can call the like this. Okay, nice. Set it up like this. Copy everything. Go to the new screen and create the contact agent workflow, and then execute. I think it's this one. That field. What did he set up his
and now lifting AI. Okay, who is it going on? The subject be defined is to a send message operation. I'm just going to rename this, and we're just going to connect it so we know that it's called. Can you imagine all of that system prompt thrown into this?
Watch the video again.
Gave it access to all the tools. Just wouldn't be good. And if you're still not convinced, think about the fact that for each of these different tasks, because we know what each agent is doing, we're able to give it a very specific chat model. Because, you know, like for something like content creation, I like to use Claude 3.7. But I wouldn't want to use something as expensive as Claude 2.7 just to get contacts or to add contacts to my contact database. So that's why I went with Flash here. And then for these ones, I'm using 4.1 mini. So you're able to have a lot more control over exactly how you want your agents to run. And so I pretty much think I hit on a lot of that, but you know, benefits of multi-agent system, more reusable components. So now that we have built out, you know, an email agent, whenever I'm building another agent ever, and I realize, okay, maybe it would be nice for this agent to have a couple email functions, boom, I just give it access to the email agent because we've already built it, and this email agent can be called on by as many different workflows as we want.
Yeah, that's a really smart thing that Nate just explained. That's something I'm doing as well. For example, this whole workflow, this was phase 1, where I collected a lot of data points to build a crypto workflow. What you see here is just testing. So I got an endpoint, found an endpoint, started testing the endpoint, looking for ways to save the data to a Postgres database, then found another endpoint, did the same, just copied the first to the next, tested this endpoint, and so on. I got a couple of backup nodes over here that during testing broke, or I need to adjust a couple of things. This is how you do it. Just eventually I have to clean this whole workflow, but for now this is just fine, because I will just show you the result of these nodes. Let me just deactivate a couple, because otherwise they will all run at the same time. Just to show you the power of organizing a little bit of your workflows and making sure that everything you do when you build a good workflow, that you save it and make sure that you can reuse it. Just like this. Let this run for a couple of seconds, and then I will show you what I'm doing and building over here. The main goal of this whole workflow is to make sure that we only need our self-hosted n8n and a headset server. So what we are doing over here, we're setting a name for this file, then we're taking a screenshot, and this is what we are getting. A screenshot of, let me open it up in a different tab so it's a bit bigger, like this. It's a chart of Bitcoin. And what we are going to do with it is save it for now to a Google Drive and keep all the files, just collecting data. Because eventually we are using OCR to extract the data and eventually make sure that our model is trained on the data we collected. So as you can see, this is running daily, every 4 hours, every hour, every 30 minutes, every 15. So all the time frames we are collecting data. So that's a really good point that Nate just made about keeping good nodes and good workflows as you're creating your systems.
Components, that doesn't have to just mean these agents are reusable. It could also be workflows that are reusable. So for example, if I go to this AI marketing team video, if you haven't watched it, I'll leave the link right up here. These tools down here, none of these are agents. They're all just workflows. So for example, if I click into the video workflow, you can see that it's sending data over to this workflow, and even though it's not an agent, it still is going to do everything it needs to do and then send data back to that main agent. Similarly, with this create image tool, if I was to click into it real quick, you can see that this is not an agent, but what it's going to do is it's going to take information from that orchestrator agent and do a very specific function. That way, this main agent up here, all it has to do is understand, I have these different tools, which one do I need to use? So reusable components, and also we're going to have model flexibility, different models for different agents. We're going to have easier debugging and maintenance, because like I said, with the whole prompting thing, if you tried to give that main agent access to 25 tools, and in the prompt you have to say, here's when...
This is one of, this is just learning by doing. I will show you one workflow I got, what I built, WhatsApp agent, this one. This is an AI agent, and he's got 15 different tools. So this is exactly what Nate just mentioned in his video. Yeah, when you're just starting, you all will do the same things and make these mistakes to just create one agent with all these kind of tools. And then if you optimize the system prompt, it could work. but yeah, eventually this will break. The agent won't know which tool to call. Let's get back to the video.
When you use all 25 tools and it wasn't working, you wouldn't know where to start. You would feel really overwhelmed as to like, how do I even fix this prompt? So by splitting things up into small tasks and specialized areas, it's gonna make it so much easier. Exactly like I just covered, point number 4, clear prompt logic and better testability. And finally, it's a foundation for multi-turn agents or agent memory. Just because we're sending data from main agent to sub-agent doesn't mean we're losing that context of like, we're talking to Nate right now, or we're talking to Dave right now. We can still have that memory pass between workflows. So things get really, really powerful, and it's just pretty cool. Okay, so we've seen a demo. I think you guys understand the benefits here. Just one thing I wanted to throw out before we get into like a live build of a multi-agent system is just because this is cool and there's benefits doesn't mean it's always the right thing to do. So if you're forcing a multi-agent orchestrator framework into a process that could be a simple single agent or a simple AI workflow, all you're going to be doing is you're going to be increasing the latency, you're going to be increasing the cost because you're making more API calls, and you're probably going to be increasing the amount of error just because kind of the golden rule is you want to eliminate as much data transfer between workflows as you can because that's where you can run into like some issues. But of course, there are times when you do need dedicated agents for certain functions. So let's get into a new workflow and
building dedicated agents for functions is just what you want when you are a programmer. That's what you want to do. Sometimes you get big problems. Always, make sure to get them in chunks. So if you're familiar with Cursor or Windsurf, the AI coding tools, I will just let me look it up for you. Use this MCP. This MCP is one of the best. It's this dude made this. It was trending last, I think, yesterday of a couple of weeks ago. So make sure to I will post it in chat. This when you install this is like a to-do list for your Cursor. You can use it with Anthropic. Every popular AI model is currently supported. When you install the MCP, you can just ask it to, if in the chat, ask it to parse, write a PRD according to the example file. The MCP will add it automatically. Then you will parse the PRD, and eventually it will generate. The default is 10, I think. Let me check if it's shown here. No, the default tasks are 10, but you can change that and make it 25 tasks. And if you can just call the MCP every time you start a new task to generate a new item that you can work on. So this is a great one to use during your development. So let's continue with the video.
Example of an orchestrator agent that's able to call on a sub-agent. All right, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to build an orchestrator agent. So I'm going to hit tab, I'm going to type in AI agent, and we're going to pull this guy in. And we're just going to be talking to this guy using that little chat window down here for now. So first thing we need to do, as always, is connect.
I'm just going to skip this part because
we're going to a field right here called query. But if the only thing that can access for the response, the workflow needs to start with an execute workflow trigger. So what does this mean?
Okay.
Let's just go build another.
This is the part that we just needed. This is the part about. This is the part where things could get really difficult when you're just starting out and you want to connect all these different workflows to make sure it works like the system Nate built. I got a really nice example. I will post that in the school community of Nate when we finish the stream. I will show it to you because this is really powerful, because I don't see many people talk about these little setups, but this is how I set up my error workflow. So when there is an error in any active workflow, this workflow will get triggered. So every time there is an error. So you will see, for example, there was an error in one of the workflows. I will get an Gmail, an email to me sent, and I will see a Telegram message. So what we did here was we made this error trigger, and when we go to this workflow, to the settings, there is an error workflow over here. So when I do search the error workflow and I save it, when there is an error in this workflow, I think we can reproduce it because we haven't connected the contact agent. It's waiting for response. I will say something in the Telegram chat to it, and now it got an error to the contact agent. The workflow is successful, but I think it should output an error. Let's see. No, it was successful because it sent a message back. Let's do something like this and try again. Oh wait, okay, I think it will give an error now because it can't send a message. No, it's still successful because it's created a message. Okay, let me do another thing then. Let me disconnect this one and then try again. Just to show you, try again. Oh wait, I have to disconnect this one as well. Damn, yeah, that's a really great workflow. Try again. No, I can't reproduce an error. Okay, let me do the model. I have to disconnect the model. That will, let me try again. Yeah, okay, look. Okay, finally we got an error. And if we go to the error workflow and refresh the page, we must see that it sends me an error. It's not working. Okay, nice. Okay, no, I can't show you that it's working, but you will see that. Oh wait, I didn't activate the workflow. I can't activate it now. Let me connect it back up. Yeah, I have to. All right, let's continue, but I will share the error workflow later in the chat, so you can look at it and test it yourself. Let's continue with the
orchestrator agent to send data to. And one thing I want to call attention to here is this text box, which says the tool will call the workflow you define below, and it will look in the last node for the response. The workflow needs to start with an execute workflow trigger. So what does this mean? Let's just go build another workflow and we will see exactly what it means. So I'm going to open up a new workflow, which is going to be our sub agent. So I'm going to hit tab to open up the nodes, and it's obviously.
So what you can do is just copy this contact agent, open up a new workflow, and paste it in.
Prompting us to choose a trigger, and we're going to choose this one down here that says when executed by another workflow, runs the flow when called by the execute.
The only thing that you have to do is otherwise you have to search for contact agent because Nate's contact agent was predefined. So if you go back and check what his settings, I think it's this, let the model define, but I'm not really sure. So let's see if he's he opens up it in the video.
You can see I have a ton of different workflows here, but all you have to do is you have to choose the one that you want this orchestrator agent to send data to. And one thing I want to call attention to here is this text box, which says the tool will call the workflow you define below, and it will look in the last node for the response. The workflow needs to start with an execute workflow trigger. So what does this mean? Let's just go build another workflow and we will see exactly what it means. So I'm going to open up a new workflow, which is going to be our sub agent. So I'm going to hit tab to open up the nodes, and it's obviously prompting us to choose a trigger, and we're going to choose this one down here that says when executed by another workflow, runs the flow when called by the execute workflow node from a different tool. So basically, the only thing that can access this node and send data to this node is one of these bad boys right here. So these two things are basically just connected, and data is going to be sending between them. And what's interesting about this node is you can have a couple ways that you accept data. So by default, I usually just put it on accept all data, and this will put things into a field right here called query. But if you wanted to, you could also have it send over specific fields. So if you wanted to only get like, you know, a phone number.
Yeah, okay. So this is important if you are building this separated contact agent. So if you want
a name,
yeah,
you wanted to get an email.
What we would,
you wanted those all to already be in 3 separate fields. That's how you could do that. And a practical example of that would be in my marketing team right here. In the create image, you can see that I'm sending over an image title, an image prompt, and a chat ID. And that's another good example of being able to send, you know, like memory over, because I have a chat ID coming from here, which is memory to the agent right here. But then I can also send that chat ID to the next workflow if we need memory to be accessed down here as well. So in this case, just to start off, we're not going to be sending over specified fields. We're just going to do accept all data and let us connect an AI agent to this guy. So I'm going to type in AI agent, we'll pull this in. The first thing we need to do is we need to change this because we're not.
Just a sec, I just connected the contact agent to this separated workflow. So let me test it again. And just keep on asking in my Telegram chat to look up the contact. It's running, the agent is running, so let's see what the response will be. Okay, it's still running. Let's see what it did. It called the contact agent workflow. Oh, too bad, I forgot to connect it. Let me just do it again. Let's see what the output was. Did he find the contact? Okay, it couldn't find the. Okay, let me do something like this and go to this workflow, because this triggered. As you can see, this was triggered and it couldn't find any contact. So let me go to the contact list. Okay, maybe it wants to see it like this. Phone number is something like this. And let's go back to the agent workflow again and connect it, and let's try again. I just sent a message to my Telegram agent to look up n8n contact information, and I got a message back. And let me show it to you. I will show it to you just a sec. Let me pull up that screen. I got a message saying that it found n8n. Let's see, where is my screen? Over here. So just like that. As you can see, there is the message. It found n8n's email address. Sending email. We are not going to do that yet, but that's something we are going to recreate later. So let me get the video back up. All right, so let me get the video back in the screen. All right. Okay, so this is working. So I think this is the hardest part to explain, because if you just download the workflow and upload it to your n8n, it could be a little bit overwhelming. But if you do it just like this, follow along with the video, and eventually this is the main thing you have to do. You will have to create a new workflow, set up execute by another workflow node, and this will be called. In the n8n template, you will have Airtable over here. We changed that to a Google spreadsheet. So just rewind the live stream and you will see how I did that. Okay, let's continue to with the video, and let's see if we have another more tips.
Through the connected chat trigger node, as we know, because we have
Yeah, thanks, man.
this trigger right here. So what we're going to do is save this workflow. So now it should actually register at n8n that we have this workflow. I'm going to go back in here and we're just going to connect it. So we know that it's called sub agent. So grab that right there. And now you can see it says the sub workflow is set up to receive all input data. Without specific inputs, the agent will not be able to pass data to this tool. You can define the specific inputs in the trigger. So that's exactly what I just showed you guys with changing that right there.
Yeah, there's
What I
this.
want to do is show how
So
data
this in the n8n workflow, there's this part. Working inflow, yeah, input. So let's like this. It just saw that we set it up to receive all input data. So we don't need to specify any data over here. So if you just keep it simple like this, accept all data when, yeah, it isn't really important which data is sent, then this whole workflow will work for you.
it's here, so we can actually map it so the agent can read it. So what we need to do before we can actually test it out is we need to make sure that this orchestrator agent understands what this tool will do and when to use it. So let's just say that this one's going to be an email agent. First thing I'm going to do is just intuitively name this thing email agent. I'm then going to type in the description, call this tool to take any email actions. So now it should basically, signal to this guy, whenever I see any sort of query come in that has to do with email, I'm just going to pass that query right off to this tool. So as you can see, I'm not even going to add a system message to this AI agent yet. We're just going to see if we can understand. And I'm going to come in here and say, please send an email to Nate.
Yeah, he's testing now. But what we are going to do is create, as you can see, this is n8n's email agent template. So what you will have to do is copy everything in this this part, create a new workflow, paste it in, and let's see everything is set up correctly. We got the Gmail triggers, mark red, we got the model. We have to connect the execute sub workflow node, and let's just do accept all data for now. Connect it, name it email agent. Okay, activate isn't necessary. So go back to the n8n template, open up the email agent, look for email agent. Oh, I got several. Let me see, I got another one over here. This is another one, okay. So I need the second one. I think this is the correct one. So it's important to, yeah, this is the correct one, okay. So what we have to do now, I have to change this email address because this isn't n8n's email address. I've just to change the email address to that one, and now I can ask in Telegram, great, send n8n email message with this text. Hi mate, how are you doing? I'm typing a message into the Telegram, so yes, you can see it's running. And let's see, I got a confirmation that the email was sent. So let me check if I got a new email. Oh, I can show you that this had run. So this agent got triggered in another workflow. As you can see, email is sent. It's called the tool sent email, and the email is sent. Oh, it got, okay, so n8n@gmail.com, he got an email. It pulled the wrong email because I assume it got it from the memory. Let's check. Yeah, it got it from the memory. So in the last call, it took from the memory the email, as you can see here. This was a message it sent to Telegram. So it used this this from the memory. Not a big issue, but we just I just demonstrated to you that how to do it. So let's get back to the video.
Asking him how he's doing.
Oh, I will just skip this part. We already did this.
Hope all is well. So there's a mistake here because this main agent ended up basically like creating an email and sending it over. All we wanted to do is basically just pass the message along. So what I would do here is come into the system prompt, and I'm just going to say overview. You are an orchestrator agent. Your only job is to delegate the task to the correct tool. No need to write emails or create summaries. There we go. So just with a very simple line, that's all we're going to do. And before we shoot that off,
okay, so
go back into the sub workflow, and we have to give this thing an actual brain so that it can process messages. We're just going to go with a 4.1 mini once again. Save that so it actually reflects on this main agent. And now let's try to send off this exact same query, and we'll see what it does this time. So it's calling the email agent.
All right, let's
shouldn't error.
let's just demonstrate it once again. So we created the email agent. We can close this window because this is running. We created a contact agent. So this is running as well. So let's create a new workflow. Let's save this and just copy this calendar agent, paste it in. Oh, we don't need this one. Just like this. Go to press tab, select and execute, trigger, connect it to the agent, accept all data for now, save, name it calendar agent. I hope I don't have that one as well. So open up this node and search for the calendar agent. I got one. Let me just name this n8n calendar agent, because otherwise I will get confused and call the wrong one. Okay, so this one, and then this will work as well. So what you can do now is just delete this, get rid of this. We connected this, we got this working. The contact agent, we got this working as well. We just need to create the content creator agent. So let's just do the same thing. Oh wait, don't forget to connect your error workflow, save. So when there is an error, we will get a Gmail or a Telegram message to, oh wait, I will send this one as well. I will download it and let me upload it to the school community. Let's see, where is it? Error workflow, so you all can grab it from there. Like this, all right. So if you go to the community, then the workflow will be there. Let me do it. Error workflow. All right. This is done. Okay, we are going to create the content generator agent. Let me see. It's this one. Copy all the nodes and paste them in. And content creator agent. Let me get execute, sub workflow, accept all data. And don't forget one important step. That's what you have to do is check if this is updated. Yeah, and this one is, no, we have to select the content creator agent. All right, and now we can delete this from here. So this, we've cleaned it up a lot. This is the workflow. Let me test it. Okay, great. Let's write me a short voiceover for my live stream. Start with the title and description. So now it should be running. As you can see, it's running, and it should call the content creator agent. I did, as you can see, it's this one, and this is the output. And this is the message I got on Telegram as well. Great, so this is working as well. And I can show it to you in here as well. So it called the content creator agent, and eventually it responded with that message. So this is how you adjust the workflow to work with all the agents that Nate built. Let's just continue with the final part of the video.
We fixed it.
To see if there are any more tips and tricks.
That tool twice. So we have to understand, why did it just call this sub agent twice? First thing I'm going to do is click into the main agent, and I'm going to click on logs, and we can see exactly what it did. So when it called the email agent, once again it sent over a subject, which is checking in, and an actual email body. So we have to fix the prompting there, right? But then the output, which is basically what that sub workflow sent back, said, here's a slightly polished version of your message for a warm and clear tone, blah, blah, blah. And then for some reason, it went and called that email agent again. So now it says, please send the following email, and it sends it over again. And then the sub agent says, I can't send emails directly, but here's the email you can send. So they're both in this weird loop of thinking they are creating them an email, but not actually being able to send them. So let's take a look and see how we can fix that. All right, so back in the sub workflow, what we want to do now is actually let this agent have the ability to send emails. Otherwise, they're just going to keep doing that endless loop. So I'm going to add a tool and type in Gmail. We're going to change this to a send message operation. I'm just going to rename this send email. And we're just going to have the to be defined by the model. We're going to have the subject be defined by the model.
Yeah, okay, so he's just rebuilding the small Gmail, the small Gmail send email agent that we already created and copied from the template.
You know, this query is going to say, hey, send an email to nate@example.com asking what's up. The agent would then interpret that, and it would fill out, okay, who is it going to, what's the subject, and what's the message. It would basically just create it all itself using AI.
I'm just thinking out loud to see if I got a workflow I can connect to this agent to get triggered. If, for example, this one, not this one, but let me grab it. It's the horror, this one. So with this workflow, you can create a YouTube automation, a horror video story. And this is currently running every 4 days with a new video. If I change this to, let me grab, where is it? Not this one, this was the error. Leave. If I add call workflow and then search for horror, I can select it, and then I have to rename it, otherwise horror video, and let's see, and then execute sub workflow. Where is the trigger? Over here. Oh wait, it got a bit messed up, so I have to disconnect that one and do it like this. Now I have connected this horror story movie generator with the agent. So I think when I what was it called? Workflow agent. Workflow flow agent. Okay, this one. All right. Save it. I have to disconnect this one, I assume. Save it, and then did I select the correct trigger? I think I did. Let me test it. Oh wait, I have to, when you want to create a new horror video, call this tool. Just testing if this will trigger the create a new horror video. I just sent it's running, so let me get back to this one, and this should be, oh, we did, it's running. Let's see when it's done what the result will be. Okay, it's done. Did it send me? Oh, it, as you can see, missing node to start execution. Execute workflow. I think I execute. Oh wait, I selected the wrong one. Oh, no, I didn't. No. Workflow agent run once. Not sure. Let me see what the problem is. Let me get the other node, the content creator node. Okay, like as you can see, I selected the wrong node. All right, let's try again. Create a new horror video. I just sent that message to the Telegram chat, and it's running. Oh, where is it? It's still running, and then I should be able to see, look, this is running currently as well. Nice. Okay, so it will send a message back when it's done. I assume that's the, and this is still going. Where is the trigger? Over there, this one. I will stop it for now so that the message will be sent. All right, so as you can see, the tool got called, and so I stopped it, so that's why the error is appearing. So this is how you just connect a different tool to your workflow, to the agent. I mean, sorry. Okay.
Turn off the n8n attribution right there, and now let's give it another shot. And keep in mind, there's no system prompt in this actual agent. And I actually want to show you guys a cool tip. So when you're building these multi-agent systems and you're doing things like sending data between flows, if you don't want to always go back to the main agent to test out like how this one's working, what you can do is come into here and we can just edit this query and just like set some mock data as if the main agent was sending over some stuff. So I'm going to say like, we're pretending the orchestrator agent sent over to the sub workflow, sends an email to nate@example.com asking what's up, and we'll just get rid of that R. And then now you can see that's the query. That's exactly what this agent's going to be looking at right here. And if we hit play above this AI agent, we'll see that hopefully it's going to call that send email tool, and we'll see what it did. So just finished up, we'll click into the tool to see what it did. And as you can see, it sent it to Nate@example. It made the subject checking in. And then the message was, hey Nate, just wanted to check in and see what's up, best, your name. So my thought process right now is like, let's get everything working the way we want it with this agent before we go back to that orchestrator agent, fix the prompting there. So one thing I don't like is that it's signing off with best, your name. So we have a few options here. We can do that in the system prompt, but same thing with like,
let's just skip this
address,
part.
So it actually failed. And it failed because it tried to fill out the 2 as Nate, and it realized that's not like a valid email address. So then because this sub-agent responds with, could you please provide Nate's email address so I can send the message, that's exactly what the main agent saw right here in the response from this agent tool. So that's how they're able to talk to each other, go back and forth, and then you can see that the orchestrator agent prompted us to actually provide Nate's email address.
Yeah.
So now we're going to try, please send an email to nate@example.com asking him how the project is coming along. We'll shoot that off, and everything should go through this time, and it should basically say, oh, which project are you referring to? This will help me provide you with the most accurate and relevant update. So once again, the sub-agent is like, okay, I don't have enough information to send off that message, so I'm going to respond back to that.
Yeah, great explanation. Yeah, this is what we didn't do, is set up Airtable. So he explained to set up Airtable for your contact agent. I'm using a Google spreadsheet. Works just fine. If you just keep Google spreadsheet like this, name, email, phone number, export a CSV file with all your contacts in a spreadsheet, it's easier to set up. And yeah, I don't like Airtable a lot, so I just used Google spreadsheet. You can see it's working. It's called a couple of times. It get the contact, and it got Nate Herc when I asked for it. And here as well, I think, yeah, the response was empty because it couldn't find the name. The name was spelled wrong. So let's see, if you want to set up Airtable, this is how you can do it.
Maybe that needs to just be one tool. So basically what I would do then is I'd add a tool right here. I would grab an Airtable because that's where my contact information lives. And all I want to do is go to contacts and choose contacts. And now I just need to change this to search. So now this tool's only job is to return all of the contacts in my contact database. I'm just going to come in here and call this contacts. And now keep in mind, once again, there's still nothing in the system prompt about here are the tools you have and here's what you do. I just want to show you guys how intelligent these models can be before you even prompt them. And then once you get there, here's that email. Hi Dexter, would you like to get in the mail?
He's showing off the email. I would like to show you a different workflow that I built. Let's see, digital, was it digital marketing? Digital agency. Yeah. What I'm building over here is a digital agency workflow. So what the first part is testing several services and how stable they are. And now this is the build part. And what I'm doing over here is to, when I execute the workflow, I can enter a website URL. Then the website will be mapped, just like this. All the URLs will be collected. Then the URLs will be sent to this agent, and this is like a marketing agent, and because we are a digital marketing agency, we want to collect the home, the about, the product, the service pages, and the contact pages. And this agent is making sure that we got all those pages from those URLs. You can do this with a function node, but the tool call I'm using, let's see, yeah, 4.0 mini, and it's the costs are neglectable. So then this crawl will take a screenshot and crawl the whole page. And this is the about page. Then it will be added to a Google spreadsheet. What you will see here is that we are adding all the images. So every image has to have an alt text, all the internal links and external links. So as an agency, if you want to do our outreach to this website, for example, you could check if there are alt text to every image and send that in your outreach as a tip to improve their website. Then the home page will be scraped the same, and the services page will be scraped the same, and eventually we will scrape the contact page to get the contact information. All these pages we are going to take a screenshot. Let me see if I can pull up one that got over here. Okay, so I will show you, unpin it. So we took a screenshot of the page or the whole web page, and this agent is analyzing the result and rating the page. So as you can see, it got 4 stars and a rating about the page and where it could improve. Oh, wait, discard. And this rating is added to the spreadsheet as well. Eventually we will get all this data aggregated together in a new field, and it will be sent, just like in the template of Nate Herc, to one ultimate assistant or ultimate agency agent that will rate all these data points and give a final decision. So this is how you use this setup of an Ultimate Assistant agent into a different workflow to create something like this, a digital marketing agent. You can expand this with a lot of other tools, a lot of extra data points, but for now this scope is a bit smaller and the niche are a bit larger, so you can just do it like this. Let's continue with the final part of the video.
Brain to understand what to do. It understood, okay, I need to go to the contacts table, so I got my contact information. Then I need to call the email agent, and what I sent over to the email agent was send an email to dexter@miami.com asking him if he wants to get lunch, and that was perfect. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully this opened your eyes to the possibilities of these multi-agent systems in n8n, and also hopefully taught you some stuff, because I know all of this stuff is like really buzzwordy sometimes with all these agents, but there are use cases where it really is the best path. But it's all about like understanding what is the end goal and how do I want to evolve this workflow, and then deciding like what's the best architecture or system to use.
Yeah,
So if you enjoyed
great video, man. Go. The link is in the chat. Go hit like and subscribe to his channel. Hit the bell. Yeah, he's making great videos, explaining it really clearly. So let's see. Let me get rid of that screen, and I can show you a couple of more automations that you can integrate just like this digital marketing agent. Let's see if we have any more we could use. What was this? Oh, there was the rec agent. Let me close it. That was a project currently still in development. Let's see what workflow. Let me check I can get for you. Just checking something to make it a bit clearer. Yeah, for example, what you can do, I have this, no, not this one. I have this workflow, scraper, where I'm able to, let me get it on the screen. And this is currently something I'm using already with the Telegram chat. But of course, I could execute sub workflow. I could add the same trigger as we just did with the trigger from the other multi-agent sub. Like this, and then we could trigger this this YouTube scrape workflow with the agent. Just connect it, call workflow, search for scraper, and the YouTube channel scraper. And now we can call the the YouTube scraper. I will explain this template now. This with this template, what I'm currently doing is I can send a message and it will eventually scrape the YouTube video. It will get the YouTube transcript. What I found out was that YouTube transcribe API services where you have to pay for YouTube transcription are really costly. So for example, this one, it's oh, why isn't it opening? It's $40 a month for 10,000 searches. Yeah. So what I did was I made my own servers. I made an execute command where I integrated this YouTube transcribe API to use and you can get the, where is it? No, over here. So here's the guide how to set it up. This is a completely written guide. Just follow along with this setup, and you can install this tool on your own server. If this only works if you're self-hosted. If you don't have a self-hosted n8n environment, this won't work. So let me see if there's one run. Yeah, okay. So I can just show you what this workflow does. So I sent as a trigger a word to the Telegram chatbot. Then it fetches the video that the last video it found. Then it will pull up all the videos that already are transcribed, and the system will check if the video that is the newest video is already in the Google Sheet. It will be skipped, but if it isn't, then we will pull up the whole transcript of the video. Then if there is an error, I will get a message to my Telegram with explanation what the error was. What this agent does, it grabs the whole transcript and it creates a new voiceover for a short. So what I'm doing is recreating videos from popular other videos to create YouTube shorts. I just remembered I don't have any music on. Let me see and put on some music. Okay, that's a little bit loud. Okay, so then the transcript will be split up in several parts, because you can only add 50,000 tokens at once to a Google spreadsheet. Is the music okay or is it too loud? And eventually everything will be updated into the into the Google spreadsheet. Let me save this one. Another nice thing about this workflow is that let me see where it was. This one, the YouTube thumbnail is analyzed and described. So the image that is generated for this video will be according to the thumbnail of the popular video. So let me update this one. Okay, so this yeah, a really nifty little workflow, and with this workflow I'm saving the $40 for the YouTube search API. The only thing that is you will need is the self-hosted n8n, and this, yeah, I'm using this proxy. Pricing, let's see, what was it? It was, I think, yeah, I'm on this plan, so it's $30 a year. But you could, yeah, if you don't use it very much, you can even get this one. So that's yeah, neglectable cost comparing to, and you can, yeah, of course, I will show you another thing I'm doing, what I have in my system. Let me see. Let's check, where is it? This is an outreach tool, and the agent could call also this outreach tool. Let me close this one and this one. Oh wait, save it. So what you could do with the multi-agent is call this outreach tool. So what I'm doing over here is scraping Google Maps. So with this template you can scrape Google Maps, and it's actually a four-step system where you scrape Google Maps, eventually scrape the email addresses of the businesses that are scraped, then we rate their websites and send them an email. So this is the first step in the workflow, is to scrape Google Maps. I will show you, and it's running every hour. So every hour there are new companies added when they are found in the system. So let's see if I can look up where is the other template. Yeah, okay, so like this, leave without. So this is the workflow that's collecting their email addresses. So what we're doing is, no, there's not. Okay, we are scraping with Firecrawl their main page, then their contact page, and yeah, if there isn't email address on their main page, then there must be an email address on the contact page, and all the email addresses are added to the. Let's see, taking screenshot. All right, this is a really nice workflow, and this is also self-hosted. So let me copy it and pin it. So this is browserless. Let me show it to you. So you can just self-host this, browserless, scrape and automate any website. So if you, you can also get a plan with them, but we like to keep the cost very low. So I will show it to you. We're taking a screenshot of every website, and we upload it to our Google Drive, and eventually upload the URL to the Google spreadsheet. And then we call this workflow. This workflow is then triggered, and it will rate all the websites. So this is not, let me grab one earlier to show you if I can find one now. As you can see, there aren't any new leads, so it's stopping at the Google Drive. It's, yeah, I'm running this very often. Let's see. Let me get one that's succeeded. Almost there, I think. Oh, over there's an error. So before the error, maybe. Nope, not yet. Didn't find anything. So the workflow runs until the Google Drive, and there aren't any new websites in this list. So let's, oh, over here, look, nice, we got one. So let's see, Google spreadsheet, the status is done of the first. We get one item, we grab the screenshot like this, then it goes to the analyze agent. It's analyzing the image and eventually outputting a rating. So this website got 3 stars, and this is also updated into the Google spreadsheet. I'll show it to you. So like this, these are all scraped websites and contact information that eventually will get an outreach email. So here more. And this is all fully automated with this 4-step system. All right, let me see. Now we can just leave that. If you have a question, just let me know in the chat. I'll be here for a couple of minutes, and then I will call it a day. It was a good stream. Let's see if we have any other workflows that I can show. YouTube in progress. Let's see. No. E-commerce. Oh, yeah. Maybe this one. Let's check. Yeah, this workflow. You can generate if you're running a WooCommerce store, generate products for your WooCommerce store. This is this was do-it-yourself painting by number web shop that I was running, and this is not executed recently. So eventually it got the animals from this function node, and it creates images this was with Together AI, but let me get a more recent one. WooCommerce, let me see. Yeah, this is a better one. First we select a painter, get some information about the painter, and generate image prompts. Then we generate the images, we generate a title, we clean the title and the product, we append the product title to the product description, we get one product, and we create 10 products. And we send a Telegram message that 10 products are generated, and then we create a blog post about the new products, we publish the blog post, and eventually send the link from the blog post to the Telegram chat. Yeah, this is a pretty cool workflow, and it isn't run recently, but in a follow-up stream, I think I will stream tomorrow. I'm going to rebuild this workflow completely from scratch like this, to use different API services. So this is Together AI. Not a fan anymore of them. I use Full AI a lot. Oh, I have to log in. Okay, never mind. But Full AI, pretty good servers. So thanks for being here. A little plug: if you're still looking for a skill community and want to join one with all these templates that you can kickstart your n8n journey, all the credentials, how to set them up, written, and even some little templates, more than 25. You can just download them all. Everything we talked about, a call lead agent, everything what you want. Daily horoscope video generator, baby TED Talk, YouTube Shorts according to Google News, AI news automation. Just generate AI videos about your automation. Doing a daily stream, and self-host Kokoro to generate voiceovers on your own server. Crawl for AI, browserless setup, everything what we talked about in the video. Come hang out in the community, and if you have any questions, just send them. Another thing that if you're looking for an API to generate videos, check out samautomation.work. You can generate videos, and you can generate 50 videos a month for just €9 a month. The cheapest of them all, because if you go to JSON to video, let's see, this one for example is €50, $50. Yeah, and then you can just generate 120 minutes. So just here to provide good service. And if you have any questions, check out contact information on WhatsApp. Send me a message. Let's connect. And then the final one. If you don't have WhatsApp, check out Twitter. And let's connect. So this was it for me. Have a nice evening, day. I'm not sure which time zone you are, but for me it's pretty late. So I hope you have a very nice day, and see you tomorrow in the stream. And then we are going to rebuild the crypto workflow, build it further, to have the agent analyze a couple of images to see how good it will respond, and rebuild the WooCommerce workflow to make sure it's updated with the new services. I'm building a secret project. Yeah, no problem at all, man. Happy to help if you have any questions. I'm building a secret project, and it's not ready yet, so I will keep that for myself now. But soon I will make a video about it. This is a real pro tip alpha. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say anything because maybe I will give away spoilers. So yeah, I saw that the stream froze, but this is where you can contact me on WhatsApp. Check out semiautomation.work, and this is the servers. You can grab a creator plan from the website as well, and start creating videos immediately. Have 150 videos a month and get all the templates for free when you start over there. They are also in the community. So, and just show you all the templates from the school as well that you can get. And of course the 4-step outreach system also in the community. Okay, have a nice day, and see you maybe tomorrow in the next stream, where we are going to rebuild build further on the crypto workflow and the WooCommerce workflow.